Hello, all my crafty friends and creators from around the globe. It's DJ here. Welcome back to Hither and Yon Studio. And today we are going to make another fun ephemera holder. You could use this for anything, actually. It really serves probably a number of purposes. It's super simple to make, and you can use it, you know, have as many as you want. They're really thin, so you could stack a bunch together and you can keep different ephemera in each one. And this is made with a single sheet of 8.5 by 11, and you could also use A4 for the cover. And then inside, depending on how large you want to make it, you can make it anywhere from 1 to 4 pieces of 8.5 by 11 or A4 paper. And you don't even use the whole sheets, so you'll have some scraps that you can use on other projects. So here's how it works. It basically has a little string that holds it together, and then it unfolds, and it is an accordion style holder. And you can tuck in all sorts of little bits that you may want to store in there. I have just some folders and some stickers, journal stickers, and it's super simple to make. And you can use even some off prints if you've done some weird off-cut printing. This would be great. Not off-cut printing, off printing, you know, where you do a misprint. You could use that because nobody's really going to see it inside. It's for your craft room, but it's up to you. You can also use very pretty paper printed on 2 sides. And here I just added a little quote sticker on the front, and on the back I put a little belly band, but you don't have to. I was just testing some alternatives. You could also put a pocket on the back of this, which we might do for this one today. And that's it. So let's get started. It's a super quick project, and I am going to use some, actually this is for another project, sorry. I'm going to use a single sheet of double printed cardstock, and I just printed this myself. It's a little smaller than 8.5 by 11 or letter size paper because I get those weird borders on my paper and I have to cut them off. I cannot figure out how to get my printer not to print like that, and I'm not getting a new printer because it's an Eco Tank and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's an Epson Eco Tank, but except for that one thing. And now I've read a ton of documents, but nobody seems to be able to help me, so anyway. So mine's a little smaller than that, and then I printed off I scanned in some coffee dyed paper, and then I just printed that off on a letter-sized copy paper. So this is just a thin copy paper. You could use a thicker paper, and this will be a little more sturdy, but I find that this works fine. And if you just have some extra paper, you don't even have to print on it if you don't want to. You can just use it, you know, straight white out of the package. What else? I have another one here that we'll make with another sheet of paper. Now this was a misprint. Again, this is a little smaller than 8.5 by 11, and then I have some true coffee dyed papers here that I'm going to use for that one. So we'll do that one. So we'll make 2 today, and we'll start with whatever size paper you have. What you really want to be aware of is how it folds up. So if you don't have a scoring board, it's fine. You just fold this. Basically what we want to do is fold it so that, actually that's my top. We want to fold it so that we have a bit of a flap here, because that's the flap that's going to fold over, like so. Okay? So we just want to fold it to whatever makes sense. Now I am going to go to about there, and I'm just going to put a little crease here, and then I am going to score mine. And this just so happens to be around the 4-inch mark on mine. And then for the top, I think I'm going to have about 2 inches maybe. So this is about 10.5. So I'm gonna go to about 8.5 on my scoring board. But like I said, these are not set in stone. So if you're using a smaller size paper or a thinner paper, it's fine, it'll work. You just have to make sure that you have, I don't know what happened there, probably because I'm doing it sideways. You just want to have it folding over with a flap, okay? Now I printed a little birdie here on mine and a little apple blossom because I want spring. So we're gonna use that. Now, if you make these thicker, what you may want to do is just add an extra score mark here, maybe on the 1/4 inch. I didn't do that on this one because I only put 3 sheets of very thin paper in here and I'm not gonna have a lot of ephemera. But if you want to do, say, you know, 5 or 6 pockets, you can absolutely do that. And if you want to stuff them a little more, you can. So you just want to give yourself a little more room on the bottom here in order for it to expand. So, yeah, so I would just maybe do another 1/4 inch in here and then fold that, and then you'll have a little expansion on the bottom. So that is the outside piece. Actually, maybe I'll just fold, I'm gonna score this just a little bit more so I can see the birdie's head on mine. And so, I'll go out about another 1/4 inch. Okay. And then all that'll do is just give me a little expansion on the top, which is just what I explained for the bottom. And now when it closes, I can see my little birdie's head. Now for the interior pieces, we're only gonna need them to be, if we open this up, you need them to be slightly shorter than where your fold is and where your bottom is. So let's see, did I bring a ruler out? I did. Let me see if I can. So this area here from one fold to the other is about 4 and a little over 3/8, or yeah, 3/8. So I want my paper to fold up approximately maybe 4 1/4. Math is not my strong point, in case you didn't get that yet. So first I'm gonna cut off these annoying borders. And since my paper is thinner anyway than a standard sheet, I have some room. So you want it to also be, you want it to fit inside this space. So you want it to be thinner than the width. You want it to be a little less wide than the width of your outer piece. And you want it to be, when you fold it in half, it's gonna fit within here with a little extra room. So I don't know if I'm explaining that the best. So let me just cut this and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so mine has to fit in here and I want just like a little bit of room on each side. So I'm probably gonna just cut this right at that white border, just a hair over. Let's go this way. And I'm cutting 2 sheets at a time, so save me some time. All right. Those will go in my scrap bin. Now I'm just gonna cut this edge off. And I want to measure it so that I can fold it up and it will fit inside that space. So I probably want 4 1/4, I said, after it's folded. So I'm going to do 8 1/2 and then fold that in half. And that should work. But again, whatever paper you're using, you just want it to fit. Okay. So this is slightly inside, and when I fold it in half, it fits in that crease. And you just want a little room on the top and the bottom. So let's fold these in half. These go together quick, like I said, so you can make a bunch of them super fast with whatever, you know, we always have pages left over in our kits that maybe we don't use if you junk journal. So this is a great way to use those up. And now these fit within that space. So as you can see, I have a little room on the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. And now all we need to do is glue whatever glue you have. So this is a PVA, just a standard white glue. We're going to glue up this side and up this side, create our first pocket. And then, I want this one like this too, so when I open it, I can see the coffee rings. And glue up this side and this side, like so. And comment below if you want me to give you guys a freebie of this coffee stained paper as a digital download, and then I'll just attach it in the comments. Okay, so now we have these 2 pockets, like so. All right, and we're going to glue them to each other. Just make sure both pockets are facing up, and then we're just going to put a bit of glue right in the center. You don't want to glue the whole thing. We're just going to do like a little rectangle here. And then line these up and glue them together. And now they are stuck like that. All right, we're going to stick them in here, but before I do that, I'm just going to punch a hole here like I did here, but you don't have to do that. If you don't have, you know, a hole punch or a setter of any type, you don't have to punch a hole at all. You can just wrap something, some twine around it, and you're good to go. I'm just going to do that. I like the way it looks, and it keeps my string kind of where I can find it. So I have my crocodile and some, I can't even think of the name of these right now, I'm sorry. I want to call them brads, but I know they're not brads. All right, so I'm just gonna punch a little hole here approximately in the center. I'm not gonna go crazy measuring. Like so. And then I'll pull one of these out. That there and set it. Hold on, I just gotta swap out the setting. Like that. I'll set that. I just have this black twine string, and I'll cut a piece of that off for that. All right, so now that that's done, we want to glue this in place. Whoop. Make sure your pockets are up, and we're going to glue it to the back first. So we're just going to, this is the upside, so I'm just facing the pockets towards me, and we're just going to put a little rectangle of glue there. And we just want to set it in here so that it kind of lines up nicely, and there's an even amount of space between the top, the bottom, and the sides. And then we're just going to put another bit of glue here. You don't need a tremendous amount, but you do want it to stick well. And actually, these should have been a little bit shorter, but that's okay. I might put like a piece of, actually, let's see, what do I got here? Anything? Of course, no end cuts. All right, no worries. You can just put another piece there, or you can cut these a little shorter. It's no big deal. It's for demonstration purposes, and I think you guys get the gist. So that's it. Once you glue it, then you have this kind of accordion holder. And you want to let the glue dry really well, so let's just put in our string while we're waiting. All right, and you feed that through, and you wrap it around like that. Now, I said I wanted to do a pocket on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, I ran and grabbed a piece of coffee-dyed cardstock. And all I'm going to do is make a pocket here on the back. So this is going to be an approximate. I'm just going to measure so it's just slightly smaller. Not a pen in sight. Okay, so approximately here. And I will cut that. And then I'll just cut it widthwise as well. So now I'll just measure it so that it is the width of my back. So, like so. And use whatever paper theme you like. So I'm just gonna cut this down. It's a little hard to see where I just drew that, but it's fine. All right, so let's see, I think I like this side better. So that's gonna fit on the back like that, and I think I'll just punch out so that it is obvious that it's a pocket. Like so. And then we'll just glue down the sides and the bottom. The more storage, the better. Oops. And we will glue this to the back, like so. Make sure that's glued down really well. And now we have a cool little holder for our goodies. And that went together super quick. Am I right? Of course, the string is a little bit long, so let's cut that down. Save some for the next project. Like so. And tie that in a little bow. So, and there we go. And I got my cute little birdie there. I got a pocket on the back I can store some more stuff in. And I've got 2 cool pockets on the inside. And then you can go to town decorating these if you want, or you can just leave them as they are. You can make these out of book pages. If you have really long book pages, you could glue a few book pages together and make them really sturdy. Oops. And then fold them instead of using cardstock. And then inside you could use more book pages and just cut them down and make one of these with old book pages. That would be nice. Magazines, you could do this with magazine pages, the same thing. If you want a thicker paper for the outside, you just glue a few sheets together, and then on the inside you could just use the standard magazine sheets. So that's that. And then I have this here. So this one's a little bigger, but my coffee dyed paper is still, this one's gonna be 4 pockets. And this cover, this is actually a new set by ShabbyDabbyDooDa. Tina over there at ShabbyDabbyDooDa put out this beautiful Saville Row printable on her Etsy shop, and I'll link that below for you. These papers are absolutely gorgeous. There's a number of them. I've just got a few here. Here's another one. And they print off so beautifully. They're absolutely stunning. So if you want to get these, I'll put the link below. She's got papers, and then she's got an ephemera fussy cut set that goes along with it. But I'm going to use this for my cover, so I'm just going to score this. Move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna score this, let's see, I'm gonna come down about, what'd I say? So this is about 10.5. I'm gonna come down to 8.5. And then, let's see, where does this land? I'm gonna crease it. So I'm folding it up to that score mark. And that's gonna put me at about 6.5. So if you're working with an 8.5 by 11, you might wanna do that, or you can just eyeball it. Okay. Oh, this paper is so pretty. I just love that dark, it's like a dark chocolate with the blue and the pinks. A nice piece of lace here would be beautiful. I think I'm gonna do that. And since this one is gonna have 4, I think I'm just going to do another score mark, a hair over. I'm just gonna go 1 score mark over. So that's gonna be like 1/8 of an inch, I believe. And then I will also fold on that line. Maybe. Come on. There we go. All right, like that. All right, so I have a little gusset, maybe, is what you'd call that, there to expand it a little more. And now my papers, I'm going to cut to a little under 4 by about 8. So 4 by 8, little under 4 by 8 across. So that's, the fold is 4, so I want to double that and make it a little under 8. So we'll do that first. Actually, we'll do the long side first, which is a little under 8, and then, so we're basically making a square. In this case, I'm going to cut them all at once this time. All right, and these I use in those little notepads or notebooks that I make. So I love these offcuts of the coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. And this one, this one, actually, I don't even need to cut that. It just, let me see. This is, oh yeah, this is the way I'm folding it this way, so I do have to cut it slightly. Okay, so we do have to cut it. So this is the way we're folding them. It is. It better be. All right, let's see. Let's see if the plan will come together. Yes. Yes. There we go, and it fits in there, and I'll have my little gusset. I love it, I love it. All right, now it's that decision of what I want to see inside my little pockets, because you won't see the outside so much, but you will see the inside more, unless it's really stuffed with stuff, and then you won't see it at all. There's that, and last one. This paper is perfectly crunchy and crispy from being dyed and dried. Dyed and dried. There we go. All right, so we have our 4 pieces that will go in here, like so. And actually, I think, because that's like kind of a misprint, I think I'm going to cut a piece of this to fit in here. And I'm just going to glue it and then cut it. So let me take these out. That way I don't see the misprint. Just see some tea dyeing, and I think that goes with everything in my book. So let me stick this on here like so. Don't have my trusty bank card or store card, so we're just using what we have on our desk. That's right. All right, all attached. And I'll just cut this off. So. Ooh, actually, I like that. I was gonna put lace there, but I like that. I could still put lace there, and then I don't have to cut because I can't cut a straight line. All right, I'm just gonna fold this up nice and tight. Like so. It's a little wrinkly because it's been dyed, which actually is very pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of wrinkled up there. Like that. I do. My craft table is taking some abuse. There is just glue everywhere. Okay, well, I actually like the way that worked out. Very nice. I think it just goes with the color scheme. And I could still add a piece of lace in there if I'd like. All right, so we have our opening. Now we're just gonna glue our pieces. Easy peasy. And like I said, the book pages would work really well here if you have those. And this glue dries really quick, so I do like a PVA for that reason. hope you guys are liking these videos. If you have any ideas or you'd like to see something specific, I'd love to hear from you. You can let me know. And let me know what you're working on. Do you have a page where you display your work? I'd love to see it. Maybe share your Instagram with me below. I'd love to follow if you're so inclined. All right, here we go. We're gluing the last one, like so. Glue on everything. All right, so we have our 4 pockets. All of our pockets are facing upwards. And now we'll just glue them one by one to each other. Guys, this isn't my original idea. I have seen a number of crafters do this. So there's probably a lot of videos out. I'm not claiming this as my own original design by any means. But I know that we all need a place to store our stuff, and I thought this would be a fun one we could do together. Have a little craft time and coffee or tea or wine or whatever your beverage of choice is. And chit chat. All right. So those are all stuck together now. Love it. Now we just have to add them to our cover here and make sure everything's lining up. Add a little glue. Like so. And here. Fold that over. This one lined up a little better. It's always nice when a plan comes together. Like so. And there we go. And I'm just going to keep them open because it looks like a little of my glue squished through. And I don't want to glue that all together. But there you go. And I'm just gonna, while I let that dry for a sec, I'm just gonna grab a piece of lace because I do think I want to put just a little something there. All right, I'm back. Me and my glasses. I also grabbed some of this Velcro that I'm going to use on this one. So you could also use something like this, sticky back coins, I guess they call it. But yeah, so it'll just, actually, I'm looking at this now. I don't know that this is Velcro. Let's see. We will find out together. Maybe it's just felt. That would be funny. Oh no, it's Velcro. Okay. The name threw me off. Okay, so I'm just gonna put one or two of these on there. But here's the lace that I got. Stick this one back. I think I'm gonna use this thin one. Maybe just hang it over, maybe I'll put it right in the middle. How's that? I mean, it's not, you can't see it, you know, it's like almost the same color, but think it just adds some texture. So where do I want to cut that? Right there. And take one of these. Okay, make it difficult. I'm going to put that approximately in the middle. No measuring. And then I'm going to take the opposite side, stick it right to that one, fold it over, stick that down. Now I just have a little Velcro closure there. Easy, but you could, again, just tie a ribbon around it. That's fine too. Got my 3-in-1, notorious for taking off nail polish. And what can I glue on? Oh, I'm gonna glue right on here. Yeah, this is acetone based, so if you're doing anything and you have a new manicure, you want to wear gloves with this stuff. But it really holds down the fabric well, so I love it. And then we'll take our lace, put that like that. Very pretty. And now we have another great little ephemera holder, and you can decorate this up as much as you like. We have that one and this one, and we have my original here. So lots of great opportunities for you to store stuff. Doesn't take a lot of supplies. Easy to make, they go together quickly, and because their profile is so thin, you can really pile a bunch of these up together. These would fit in any letter-sized box that you might have, and you could just organize all your ephemera or other supplies really quick and easy, and it looks very pretty and dresses up your craft room. So I hope you enjoyed this little craft with me. I'm working on the sound, so I know I mumble from time to time, so I apologize for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I hope you'll like, subscribe, join me over on the Facebook group, Hither and Yon Create Space. And I'll be coming at you with another ephemera holder that is just as easy to make and will hold a little bit more than these do, maybe, I don't know about, but it's a little more easy to find what you're looking for in that one. Just a little different design, so I hope you'll look for that one as well. And leave me your comments below. Let me know if you liked the video and if you have any ideas for any videos in the future. Thanks for stopping by and crafting with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!